Some change is not only good, it's needed. What a day! What a freaking day, man. So look, man, a lot has happened because when I gave my reaction, it was just an initial reaction of like, boom. But there are so much has happened throughout the day, statements, rejections, and everything. So I just felt like if there needed to be like another video after we got just the fallout of everything that happened, which included perhaps the biggest flex video of all time. Real Madrid just said that we are the biggest club in the world, and here's why. So much stuff happened. Rejections, pushbacks, clubs talking, teams talking, leagues talking, Jeffrey talking, Perez talking, Laporta spoke in English. I mean, we'll get this. So, so let's first start with, as we well know, the European Court of Law said that the Super League is not against the law. So it is actually lawful. So what they were doing is within the law and they're not breaking any laws or any sporting practices in having the European Super League. So with that came the revamped. So this is the potential format. 64 teams, 3 divisions, star, gold, and blue, with promotions and relegation. So remember the last time that we saw the biggest criticism was there's no promotion, there's no relegation. It's like an American system where it's only for the top of the top and it's enclosed, which really goes against what makes football amazing. 14 games each season per team. 7 at home, 7 away. Oh wow! So I'm trying to think. So wait, so 1, 2, 3. Because remember, it's 6 games now, isn't it? Because fourth, it's a 6 games now. So okay, 14 games each season. Oh no 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 no. Okay okay yeah. 14 games each season per team. Yes, 7 at home, 7 away. It will be an open competition, 2 phases of league and playoffs. So I think even if this was them just addressing everything that people were saying in terms of okay, this is what we're doing, this is what we're not doing, blah 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 blah. Everybody has a chance to get into the league. It isn't just closed off for everyone. So when I look at this and everything, I'm like, this is pretty much what the new Champions League format is. And you say to yourself that, okay, UEFA, why did you want to go to that new UCL format? Because you knew what these guys were about to do. But we'll get there. So this is what it is. Definitely an improvement. Definitely much more an improvement on what they had before. I'm always for the idea. I think the execution was bad. The way they put the message across, I don't think it was well thought out at times where there was so much criticism towards it. And a key thing to note, you can still stay in your league. And I knew this initially, you can still stay in your league. This is to oppose the Champions League. This is not to oppose the domestic leagues. The domestic leagues are fine. This has nothing to do with the domestic leagues. You can still be in your domestic league while running the Super League. This is about this or the Champions League. This, I repeat, this does not replace your domestic league. It doesn't. So Perez talked a lot. So let's read this through. So it was a big thing. So from Real Madrid, we welcome with great satisfaction the decision taken by the Court of Justice, the European Union, which is responsible for guaranteeing our principles, values, and freedoms. In the coming days, we will carefully study the scope of this resolution, but I do anticipate 2 conclusions of great historical significance. Now, first of all, that European club football is not and will never be a monopoly again. That's very key. Monopolies are bad. Competition is healthy. Competition only makes things better. If you just have one thing and you don't have anything competing, that is a very unhealthy environment to be in. Because it's just, the small boys club. There should always be competition. See, monopolies, dictatorships, monarchies, that's old school. We're in 2024 right now. This is when we no longer have freaking monarchies, kings and queens, like freaking Game of Thrones. Come on. And secondly, that from today, the clubs will be the owners of their destiny. Clubs fully recognize their right to propose and promote European competitions that modernize our sport and attract fans from all over the world. In short, today the Europe of freedoms has triumphed again, and today soccer and its fans have also triumphed in football. Faced with the pressures we have received for more than 2 years, law, reason, and freedom are imposed today, and for this reason, Real Madrid will continue to work for the sake of football. Just as almost 70 years ago, we took a fundamental step in the history of soccer with the creation of the European Cup. It's part of the video. I didn't even notice that Real created the European Cup, the European competition. Today, we again have the duty and responsibility to give European football the new impetus it needs so much. And for this, we will continue to defend a modern project fully compatible with national competitions, open to all based on sporting merit, and that will effectively impose respect for financial fair play. A project that will bring economic sustainability for all clubs, and that above all will protect the players and excite fans around the world. That money, I'm going to expand on that money thing because that's what this really is about. Because I've got some questions. We will do it despite the campaigns we have suffered, and that without a doubt will intensify from today. But no one said that ending a monopoly after so many decades was simple. We are facing the great opportunity to improve European club football, a football at the highest of the 21st century, with a transparent governance that knows how to live with new technologies, and that once again provokes the passion and emotion that fans really need. Let me tell the European clubs that we are facing the beginning of a new time in which we can work in freedom from constructive dialogue, without threats, without acting against anything or anyone, and with the aim of innovating and modernizing football to continue nurturing the passion of the fans. From today, the present and future of European football are finally in the hands of clubs, players, and their fans. Our destiny belongs to us, and we have a great responsibility before us. This day will mark before and after. It is a great day for the history of football and for the history of the sport. There's a lot of stuff to chew in there. But I just think, just to summarize it, because I want to now go to the EPL we're responsible, which is very key, which sort of coincides with people's rejection of it, is we should control our own destiny. I've just having discussions with people, specifically in America, is how does NFL and NBA have more money and better revenue than people involved in the number one sport in the world? It doesn't add up. This is the number one sport in the world, but the clubs that are part of that sport are not properly remunerated. Like, let's not get it twisted. America is a large market. What is bigger? Shout out to Miss Smallwood. America or the world? Miss Smallwood would agree it's the world. So, if you have the number one sport watched over the world, we are more connected now than we've ever been. And people like myself are able to have a job via the internet and online media. How do you not have a structure that capitalizes upon that? It makes no sense. I'm sorry. In life, you have to evolve, and you have to evolve with the times. It doesn't make any sense how we don't have a Champions League, Super League that takes advantage of how easily we are able to view things and how people can be properly paid. Because I'm going to bring up another thing. Our clubs right now who take part in the Champions League properly paid in terms of how viewed this competition is of the Champions League or the Super League. But we'll get there. EPL's response. Today's ruling does not endorse the Super League, and the Premier League continues to reject any such concept. Supporters are of vital importance to the game, and they have time and again made clear their opposition to a breakaway competition that severs the link between domestic and European football. Keep in mind that these same supporters don't own their club. Let's just be real. I mean, this sounds great. Disney Plus, what's up, baby? What's it called? Bambi, Beauty and the Beast, Lion King. What's it called? What's up? I love Disney. What's up, baby? A bit racist, but you know what it is. But just keep in mind that supporters, we love them. These same supporters are for the fans. They don't own their clubs. The Premier League reiterates its commitment to the clear principles of open competition that underpin the success of domestic and international club competitions. Football thrives on the competence created by promotion and relegation. With promotions and relegations. Okay, I just wanted to be sure. Maybe I was a typo or something. Let me just domestic the clear principles of open competition that's underpin the football thrives on the competitiveness created by promotion and relegation. The annual merits-based qualification from domestic leagues and cups to international cup competitions, and the long-standing rivalries and rituals that come with weekends being reserved for domestic football. My God in heaven! Are you dumb or are you stupid? Are you dumb or are you stupid? Rituals that come with weekends being reserved for domestic football. How is this against domestic football? Because I'm sorry, I'm trying to just be fair and objective here. Because I understand what it is. Let's keep it a 1,000. Forget 100 or 200. Let's keep it 10,000. Let's keep it 10,000. Premier League, you did the same thing in '92. There was a football league. You broke away to now create a marketing product where people can make a lot more money, separating yourself from the football league that you were a part of. You did that. It's the same thing that these guys were doing. And what you did was totally right. Because you understood what football was. You did the research, and the data came back that, bro, we can make a lot more money if we restructure this league based off of our research, and now you're benefiting from it. Why can't clubs do the same thing? We've looked at the data. We see that we can make a lot more money than what we're making right now. So we want to make the third league. What the Super League is doing is exactly what the Premier League is doing. In general vision of we want to make more money because we don't feel that we're being properly remunerated in the current structure. With data research, knowing the potential of money we can make based on the audience that exists. But what I don't get is, it is not going to harm domestic football. The people who should be angry are away from the Champions League, 100%. Those guys, yes, I get it. But it doesn't harm you guys. So I don't know what your beef is. You know? So my thing with the Premier League here is, if it doesn't mess with the Premier League, what is your issue? Now, if it did in terms of, okay, only certain teams can go and certain teams can't go, okay. Which is why the thing before with how the format was presented was wrong. But based on what we've seen, again, guys, tell me in the comments below. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm happy to admit if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, okay, I'm wrong. I don't see anything here that messes with the domestic schedule. Okay, it's my thing here is, okay, it's 14 games. So that I believe that's 14 games before the playoff. So are you now saying that with those 14 games it's going to mess with the season? But I think even when you heard what Laporta said, when we get to Laporta, they've said, no, this doesn't mess with the domestic league. And I think they know that, no, the domestic schedule comes first and we will try to walk around the domestic schedule based on the history of what that is. So La Liga, Bundesliga, all those guys, no, you're cool. So I don't understand it. So look, everybody has pretty much rejected this. Now, I don't know whether that is a public and private rejection or just merely a public rejection just to be sheepish. But everyone has said, no, we won't be part of this. No. Everyone has said no. So look, let me first bring your boy. Which boy is this? Let me first bring your boy. So look, I think Perez realizes the position that he has because he understands the history of Real Madrid and he realizes, okay, we have to take the lead. I have to take the lead here because he knows the history of the club. He knows what they did in creating the European Cup, and he sees that there needs to be a next step. And for me, guys, I'm sorry, I agree with Perez because you have to look at this business-wise because what I don't get, and there's something I want to bring up. There's something I want to bring up real brief because there is a math that doesn't add up. There is a math that doesn't add up. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Save image. Save there. So I'm gonna pull that up real soon afterwards. I'm gonna pull that up real soon because there's something that doesn't make sense. So For him, it's like, no, 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 the numbers don't add up. Like, this is the number one sport in the world. We now are far more connected than we have ever been before. People are watching legal streams everywhere, trying to watch for matches. Like, no, 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 no. Guy, I mean, from Perez, I know because I'm in a similar position. I know my audience. And I know that a large part of my audience are like 18 to like 2022. Younger people right now, they're a different audience because right now they're not consuming things online. So you now have to now take advantage of this audience that now view stuff online. You can't be stuck in the past. I don't understand how we don't have whether it's a Champions League or a Super League or a Premier or like a top league with the top teams where there is an app, an online app that can be accessed where you can view all these games with extra perks. I don't understand how there isn't a Super League type Netflix. Okay. Why do I now have to pay 30, 40 pounds a month? 30 pounds a month to watch Champions League games. That's extortion. That's extortion. So for guys, this for the advantage for the people. If it's for the football is a working man's sport. If it's really for the fans where most football fans aren't rich, this in the NBA or NFL, football is for the people, it's for the streets. Most of us, we are not rich. So how do you have a sport that can't take advantage of ads, advertising, and similar to YouTube, find a nice middle ground where we can still enjoy the beauty of our football while also having your promotional and ads that doesn't mess with the flow of the game. So where the clubs get paid, the advertisers get paid, and we get to enjoy football for literally a low, either free or for an extremely low price a month. Everyone is happy. Because, I'm sorry, if you have the biggest sport in the world, we see the more people you have, the lower the price can be. That's how the math works. So let's say 100 people like something. Sorry, I'm going to have to charge it like 30 a month, 40 a month, just to mimic things. If 1 billion people watch something, oh, $2.99, $3.99, so that's low. $3.99 plus 1 billion. Oh, sorry, $3.99 times 1 billion. $4.99 times a billion. $4.99 times 1 billion is way more than 40 times 100. So it's like it's all what everyone eats. Everyone is happy. So Perez like, no. Because I'm going to get to something right there because the numbers don't add up. The numbers do not add up. Now, shout out to your boy. His English his English is not bad. I watched the whole thing. His English is not bad. Barcelona. His English ain't bad. So shout out to Boy Laporta doing it in English. Inglés es muy bueno. Inglés es muy bueno. Him talking obviously in his English man and everything, man. He was like, look, this doesn't mess with La Liga. And we are trying to do this for our financial survival and to help finances. So my thing though is, like, you can say how happy Laporta was because we now know how they've been struggling financially. I heard somewhere that those teams that leave, if you leave and you don't come back and it's seen that league is lawful, I think they can sue. So I think those guys that left may owe some cheddar. So fine, if you leave, cool. Do your thing and everything, fans. Hey, fans, people, fight for the people, yeah. Woo! So, cash or check? I mean, it's fine. I prefer cash, personally speaking. Check, it takes a long time and everything. Really, man, it takes a long time, but, choose. But I'm going to get paid. Money transfer, PayPal, Cash App, check. cash. You know what's it called? Black bin bag, bring it in, brown envelope. But I'm not really sure whether like a few bill can really fit in a brown envelope. So basically, someone's going to get that chudini, that chudini. So yeah. Now I want to bring up something. I want to bring up something real quick. Um, there we go. So this is something that I looked at that just confused me a bit. Hold up. There we go. Aha. So this is UCL money. Now, I just typed in Champions League money and everything, and this was from an article that came out in December 2020 of December this year, this month. So if I'm wrong, please guys in the comments tell me I'm wrong. Qualification for the round of 16, 9 million euros per club. Qualification for the round of 16. Qualification for quarterfinals, 10 million euros. Qualification for semis, 12 million euros. Qualification for the final, 15 million euros. Now, my thing here is, okay. Now, how much are you getting for UCL qualification? That's my thing. How much are you getting for UCL qualification? So, how much do clubs get for qualifying for the Champions League? Currently, all 32 teams get at least 15 million euros to play in the group stage. That's what I'm reading here. Now, these guys get at least 20 million euros to play in the group stage. So basically, last season, first time winners Man City picked up around 80 million in prize money during the tournament as a whole. So I like that there. So Man City, for winning the damn thing, for winning the whole thing, in total, got 80 million. You know Declan Rice cost 100 million. Yeah, him just alone cost 100 million. So the number one sport in the world and one of the most watched competitions in the world, the team that went all the way, that qualified, got through all the stages, ended up with 80 million. Now, for you guys, you may say, that's a lot of money. That's fine. For me, and maybe I'm wrong, for me, number one sport in the world, most watched, the ability to take advantage of ads with the billions of people across the world that can watch the sport, and the ability for billions across the world via an app to view these things. Therefore, billions, ads, how much companies will pay for those ads for their advertising, for their products to be seen by billions of people. Nah, 8 million doesn't add up. Nah, it doesn't. Sorry, I mean, that's just me. I'm just trying to do the math right now. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. It doesn't. It simply doesn't. I'm sorry. Like, it's simple math. It's simple business. Consumer, audience, potential audience, people they can reach, boom. Why the most expensive ad space, I think that is known in sports, is the Super Bowl halftime. That's the most expensive because everybody is watching. You see, my thing here is football right now is way bigger than it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And more younger people are getting into this sport. And younger people, so when you have the UCL final, have this UCL things, most people are trying to find a stream to watch it on. It's hard to find that stream. It will cut off. It will not cut in. You have to get through. You have to basically stop clicking the ads and everything. So if you're telling me that there is one app that's free with ads, but one app that is free with unobtrusive ads that gets seen all throughout. Because there are just so many ways. You can have an app where you have access to players, interviews with players, and players do live streams. And while they're on the live stream, they promote said product. Jude Bellingham, hey, this new software, hey, these new shoes, while he's now having a Q&A with people in a live stream. Pedri is there, Mbappe is there, and then you now see the products being in there. As an ad person, I would pay hundreds of millions for Jude Bellingham, Mbappe, Pedri, any of these dudes to advertise my product to hundreds of thousands of people on a live stream in a live stream Q&A. Bro, I'm watching Guild's Arena now, which is now live on YouTube. Do you know how many people they get on that freaking stream? That's basketball. These guys have, bro. I was watching the show last night. They had 17,000 people. So you're telling me that Gilbert Arenas in his basketball show gets 17,000 people in a stream, and you're telling me that a football live stream Q&A with a famous player can get up to 60, 70, 80, 90,000? Come on, bro. What are we saying? But it is what it is. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm mad. And maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe Super League is a bad idea. It's a horrible idea. And we should stick with the way football is, and football should never change. And it should never... Because again, okay, last thing I'll say, and I'll finish. Not all change is good. Not all change is good, no. World Cup every 2 years, that's trash. There are far too many games. Bring back the damn away goal and golden goal. So not all change is good. Some change is not only good, it's needed. And it is the only thing that makes sense in a world and a market that is evolving and changing.